Hello all, welcome back once again to another interesting story under the Azadi Kamrat Mahotsav story series by Momish of Musings. Today I'm going to introduce you to another interesting queen from the Indian history. She is a feminist queen from Kerala. Surprising, huh? Already we all know that Kerala is a matrilineal society, and then what's so big deal about feminist queen? Is she similar to that of Nike Devi, the first feminist queen we have seen in Indian history? Let us check it out, my dear friends. Let us go to 19th century before we go to independence. Uh, the person whom I'm going to talk about today is Maharani Sethu Lakshmi Bai. She belongs to the Travancore royal family. She is not actually born in the Travancore royal to the king, Travancore royal king called Maharaja Moolam Tirunal, but she is the niece of him, whom she had adopted along with her cousin Parvati Bai as well, because he is a childless person. Sethu Lakshmi Bai and Sethu Parvati Bai are got adopted into royal family of Travancore when they are just 4 years old, and they were being taken care by the his queen, Sri Lakshmi Bai CI. Uh, and they have appointed Valiyakoil Tampuran, who is also known as Kalidasa of Kerala because of his famous poem called Mega Sandesham, uh, as their chief educator, and he is the one who has given them complete education along with the Western one European lady as well. At around 10 years of age, and um, since Senior Lakshmi Bai CI has passed away pretty early, by around 6 years of age itself, Sethu Lakshmi Bai has been appointed as a senior princess of Travancore royal family, and she would become senior queen if as soon as she comes up to the certain age. And that is the reason why they both these sisters got married pretty early, by around 10 years of age itself. She got married to Sri Rama Varma from Haripad royal family. But as these kids are learning and growing, and unfortunately, the Travancore king has passed away in 1924, which left Sethu Lakshmi Bai as the most probable heir. And at that point of time, she had only girl child, but whereas her sister Sethu Parvati Bai had a first boy in the Travancore royal family. So till this boy Chitra Tirunal Balavarman gets of age where he can ascend the throne, Sethu Lakshmi Bai has to rule the Travancore Empire. So she took the reins of the Travancore royal family in 1924. As soon as she took the reins, she started advocating for the women's right to education, because as she belonged to a royal family, she was educated privately by the European ladies, and the Kerala Kalidasa as well. But what about the common people? Women were not entering into schools. There are hardly, when she had asked for the statistics, it seems there are only 3% of the girls in the entire Kerala state were getting educated at that point of time. So she first established a school, English medium school for all the girls, and then she also established a college for women in Trivandrum, because of which there is a progressive leap of women getting educated at that point of time. That this happened in 1924-25 itself. As the first task which she undertook as soon as she took the reins of Travancore Empire is to get women folk into the education. And once what she believed is that women should be also equally educated as far as just like men, and they should also hold the public offices. Then only the judicial system or the office administrative system, everything will be in balance, because both women and men are two sides of a coin. This is a staunch belief. So she wanted to have equal responsibility for both women and men in all the public administrative roles as well. And that is one more reason why she appointed Dr. Ponnen Lukos, the first female doctor in Kerala, as a legislator for the Moolam Assembly or Chitra Assembly, which we call it at that point of time. And they had to make amendments to the laws to give admission into admission to women as legislators into their assembly, and they had also given passed a bill for the women to get the right to vote, which happened in 1925. And after Dr. Mary Ponen Lucas got appointed as a legislator to Kerala Assembly, she also appointed her as the official royal doctor, as well as she started promoting other women in other professions as well, be it be lawyer, be it be acting, be it be, I mean, the other administrative roles. Then came the famous Vaikom Satyagraha. I hope you all know about Vaikom Satyagraha, right? That is a time when the scheduled caste and the other low-lying tribes of India, I mean, castes of India, started revolt, saying that they also need entrance into the Hindu temples. So, based on that, she acted very efficiently for the satyagraha, and she opened the roads leading to Vaikom temple on all the sides to the lower caste people as well. And with the swiftness which she acted, Gandhiji was totally impressed, and he came down to meet her in Kerala. And he has also written a very long article after his visit in Young India about her. The gist of this article says, like, all along after his return back from South Africa, Gandhiji has seen only the royals and Britishers who are dressed up so gaudily with all the gems, jewels, and gold everywhere, and they were wearing finest of the finest clothes. They are not least bothered about whether the common man has enough clothes or not. But whereas this is the first time he met a royal queen who is dressed very simply, very elegantly in the Kerala's traditional attire with not much of jewels except the pearls which she was wearing at that point of time. And so he was so impressed with her simplicity and the way she is taking matters into her control, the way she started inducting, I mean, getting women folk educated, the girls, the way she was started asking girls to educate and all this stuff. He wrote a very long article in Young India. In fact, I had forgotten to tell you that to entice girls to study, she has passed a law as such that for all the girls who enter into the college will get to have a cup of tea with her on every Friday evening. So this has become a big moral booster for all the girls in Kerala to work hard to get into the college, because till that point of time, meeting a royal family member itself is a very big, impossible task for common folk. But here is one queen who is saying that if you get educated, I'll give you audience for having a cup of tea with me. So that kind of encouraged all the girls to study harder. And along with this Vaikom Satyagraha, I mean, opening the roads to Vaikom temple, she also banned Devdasi system in Kerala, and she banned playing vulgar songs and songs with different meanings around the premises of temples. She wanted the temples to maintain the sanctity so that everybody can go there and pray peacefully. But she never said that Christians or any other caste people are shouldn't enter and all that stuff. But she was giving equal importance for all the different religions in Kerala at that point of time, which actually irked most of the so-called progressive councils of Kerala at that point of time, because she's promoting a multi-caste, multicultural place which they couldn't digest. But she never cared about what they were thinking at that point of time. After this, she worked on all the channel. I mean, worked on investing her money on all the different channels of transportation, so that the common man can move from one place to other place with relative ease. She is the one who is instrumental in getting the Cochin port set up along with the Madras Regency and Cochin King. And she started investing very heavily on the building the roadways high across the mountains, across the rivers, across the valleys in Kerala. And she is also the first person, I mean, who fought with British and ensured that Trivandrum also gets a railway station and rails do come to Trivandrum. Till that point, the trains used to come only up till Cochin, and now with her intervention, rail route from Cochin to Trivandrum has been also laid out, and train started entering Trivandrum. And then she also worked on a lot more other amenities on the public side, like setting up government schools, as I already mentioned, and setting up the public health systems, and everything. And that is why the people, she has stolen the hearts of the Kerala common folk, and everybody started revering her and worshipping her like anything. And they felt that this is the time when Kerala is actually moving into the progressive path, and then because of their state will reach a golden era, golden period of time. And in fact, she is the one who who had advised all the youth in Kerala, saying that the start education should give you the should give you knowledge, and knowledge is a tool to improve your critical skills, critical thinking skills, and creativity skills. Because all along Britishers are using us only as a cog in the wheel for helping them in their manufacturing process. But can we not start our own manufacturing process and bring prosperity to our state? So she wanted, and she's one of the persons who has encouraged startups in Kerala at that point of time. And she also got electricity to Kerala in 1928, and she made the drinking water available to all the people in Kerala by building various dams like Aravikara Dam and others. And she has done a lot of canals so that common man need not have to walk far and long to get the drinking water. I mean, see, we haven't read so much about one king or queen who has done so many progressive works in their kingdom all along, right? She's one queen who has not gone on war till now. We haven't read about her being, facing wars or defeating enemies, but she's taken care of the people. She stole the hearts of the people. But unfortunately, her reign is only for a very short duration of just 7 years. She took the reins in 1924, and she had to give off her reins of the Travancore Empire to again Sri Chittra Tirunal Balavarma, who is her nephew, son to Sethu Parvati Bai, by 1931. Because that is, he is the first royal, male heir to Travancore Empire. And she's done this with so much dignity that she left her Travancore palace, the palace in which she was sitting and ruling the entire state for 7 years without any word or without any crib. And she moved down to Bangalore and constructed a small house for herself and started living there happily. In fact, after the abolition of private purses and other royal luxuries by Britishers, she had to distribute the house in which she was living in Bangalore at that point of time to her grandchildren, so that she will not come under the upper bracket of the property tax laws. So what she after she distributed everything, she told to her advocate, it seems, that it's like I was living in a state where I thought the entire state and all the people of Kerala state are my children, but I had to leave the very same state and the very same place, a palace where I had grew up all my childhood, and come down to a new city, Bangalore, and settle down. I thought this house at least belongs to me. But unfortunately, the government has shown me that this house also doesn't belong to me. Now only this room where I'm going to live is going to be mine. And tomorrow I might even vacate this room and go to the heavenly abodes. So this shows that nothing is permanent in this entire world. We are all just the actors who come and go. I mean, what a deep meaning, isn't it, my dear friends? She's one queen who has shown what a true progress for any state means. But still, she's been sent to obscurity by her own royal family members, and she was not even given a chance to visit Kerala. She had to leave Kerala in the same from the same station where she's built, Trivandrum railway station, and move to different state to spend her retirement years. Isn't that really irony? Anyways, that is all from my end for today. Sethu Lakshmi Bai is the one queen who has promoted feminism. Feminism means again here not again doing outward exhibition of feminism. In fact, there is one meeting that happened for her and Pope in Europe once upon a time, it seems. And one of the Pope's close aide, European, came and advised her that she should be present in front of Pope in Western formal attire with makeup, so that is how all the ladies come and meet Pope, all the royal ladies from royal courts across the world. And you know what her answer is? If they want to do it, let them do it. For me, feminism means wearing my own traditional dress and being myself. That is for the true meaning of feminism, and I will meet Pope like this only. So that shows, I mean, her such a gentle nature, isn't it? So yeah, and she is a person who's also advocated startups in India in 1928-29 itself. Amazing person, isn't it? So let us meet tomorrow with another interesting episode. Till then, bye bye.